Hello, everyone, and welcome to Disney Magic Podcast, a fun new Disney podcast hosted by a British guy. I'm your host, Zach Campbell, and you can join me every other week for magical stories, amazing guests, intriguing history, and overall a trip down Main Street, USA. From Disney parks to a galaxy far, far away, we'll be talking all things Disney and just how magical it is. Get ready for this episode because it's starting in 3, 2, 1.
What's going on? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Magic Disney Podcast. I am your host, Zach, and welcome to another episode. Last episode, if you did not catch it, episode 2 with Malika, talking all things Disney parks. This week, we're talking all things Disney games, from the SNES and Disney's Magical Quest and all that kind of stuff, to the new games that are new IPs and fantasizing about everything that we could possibly think of any Disney games, talking those movie tie-in games, all that kind of stuff. And with me, I have probably one of the best people that is probably one of the best gamers I know, and that is RJ from Casual Hardcore Gamers. So, RJ, hello, how is it going? Welcome to the podcast, my man.
What up, all you beautiful people? How you doing?
How are you doing, man? How are you doing? I'm asking
This is,
that.
this is gonna be the best podcast ever. Malika's mine's will be better than yours.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean that audio was just awful.
Oh no, that's not what I meant. I'm gonna be a better guest than Malika's.
Ah.
This is my battle. This is my gauntlet to you. I don't care if you were the first. I'm gonna be the best. Second the best.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what we're talking. That's what we're talking. I mean, hey, what can I say? You got to save the best for last. You know what I mean?
See, you see, Malika. You heard it from him. You heard it from him.
To be fair though, Malika. To be fair to Malika, I think I've known you longer, right? I said to Malika that we've known each other about 2 years, 2 and a bit. How long have we known each other? Because we're in the same Discord, aren't we? Like we have been for ages.
We're both pretty OGs on the Discord.
Yeah.
And I think Malika came a little bit later.
Yeah.
And well, as far as she joined the Discord, I think.
Yeah.
Let's not speak for her because she can yell at us in the comments.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But if I remember correctly, I don't think she was like literally like a day oneer.
Yeah.
At least on our Discord, she might have been some other one.
I don't think I was a day oneer. I think I came like November or something. It started in October, and I came November.
I think I was because I remember getting an invite from Sammy.
Yeah.
On the Discord, like from Facebook, I remember getting one from
her. So I got an invite from homie RJ.
And I'm pretty sure it was day one because when I finally jumped in and I saw the general chat, they were still beefing about the Facebook drama that had happened why Sammy even created this Discord in the first place.
I remember. And I remember that. She told me about that.
I'm pretty sure I'm close to a day oneer, or at least on her Discord.
Yeah.
And so I guess I'm the real OG. Not even Zach. I'm the OG.
He is the original gangster boys. That is it. Straight out of Washington. That is the.
Hey, straight out of Washington, man. Don't mess with me. I'm hard.
So I just want to say thank you for joining me. I know we've been we talked about this when I first started this podcast. So you were literally like one of the first people that I messaged, like, "Yo, I want you on the podcast," and So I thought, what better way? Because you are like, you're a gamer, right? You class yourself as like a gamer, right?
I fancy myself a gamer too. From time to time.
From time to time. Not like it's the whole brand of the channel, What about how are you with like Disney games? Like how are you with that? Obviously, this is a Disney podcast.
Man. Yeah. I mean, I got enough to talk about. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
It's a little bit out of depths of water in this.
I won't say so like my history with Disney games isn't as robust as like Malika is with the Disney parks.
Oh yeah.
Or like Disney history. Like hearing you two go off on that, I was like, you guys know yourself some Disney. Like, I'm not even close to any of that.
Mate,
I will say, I've been to the parks a lot.
Yeah.
Like I've been to Disney World in Florida. Like I think it's now getting to the double digits. I think
Nice.
I've
Jealous.
been to
Jealous.
California once.
Nice.
Um, and so and not only Disney World, but I've been to, to the adjacent parks, Busch
Yeah.
Gardens,
Yeah.
SeaWorld, Wild, like all
Oh
those
yeah.
adjacent parks that
Nice.
may or may
Nice.
not be affiliated with Disney World, but they're in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Um, Universal Studios in California,
Nice. Nice.
in
Yeah.
Florida, all that stuff. So like I've
Yeah.
been all those places, and so I mean I know the parks, I
Yeah.
know like what's what, where they are, but as far as
Yeah.
like you guys know the history and you guys like you guys care about the leadership of Disney. Oh my, I don't give a crap about Bob Iger or the different Bobbies. I don't give two craps about that. I just want to go to Florida, have a good time, get out of there. Like that's it.
So funny that you mentioned that because I do have a question for you.
All right.
You've been to Disney World a fair few times, like you can count them.
Yeah.
Disneyland, like obviously you know Walt built that park. Did that feel any different than it going to like Disney World?
You know what?
Like could you feel the difference? Because people say they can feel the difference, like they can feel that Walt's kind of like presence, and because it's smaller, they can feel like could you feel that as like a Disney, like being in the department, like being like a Disney fan as such? I mean, no.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, I don't identify as a Disney adult. I'm gonna put that out there. So let's just draw the line right now.
Just wait until you see the shirt he's wearing.
Oh yeah, hope you guys are seeing this. I got my the Piece of Planet shirt.
Yeah, gotta
'cause
appreciate.
I had to.
Gotta
I had to
appreciate
for
the
this
drip.
podcast.
We gotta appreciate the drip.
It was
you know
funny.
What I
I
mean?
wore this on a Guitar Hero video, a rapping video that I did.
Yeah.
And Malika saw it, and
Yeah.
she didn't care about the song. She didn't care about anything. She was just like, "Where did you get that shirt?"
That sounds like Malika. Sounds like Malika.
I was like, "Yeah, that's exactly what I thought you would ask."
I wore that shirt specifically for that question.
Yeah, I got it in Florida.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
I was visiting Florida. They had the Piece of Planet restaurant, I think at the at Magic Kingdom in the Tomorrowland area, I believe.
Oh yeah. Okay,
And I could be wrong. I'm not gonna try to go wits with Zach here on what part, but I think that's where it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh snap, Piece of Planet! Are you kidding me? Like heck yeah! Because I remember Toy Story. Toy Story, of course, is very very near and dear to all of our millennial hearts.
Of course.
And so I was like, let's go to Pizza Planet. And then when we were there, I saw that they had the shirt, and I was like, let me get that shirt. So that's how I came out with the shirt.
That's what we like.
But as far as California, so it's funny you say that. So okay, as far as like the feeling one with Mr. Disney himself, I don't recall any of that. But I will have to point out, and this could be my stubbornness, but like, okay, I had never been, right? I started with Disney World, and I only did Disney World.
Yeah.
And I remember being told by my mom and my stepdad, because they went to Disneyland, they were just like, don't go to Disneyland. It's like, it's so much smaller, not as fun. I was like, I'm pretty sure I can have fun. It's still Disney. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
And so I finally went a few years, actually 2019. Actually,
nice.
Right before the pandemic. I
went
December 2019.
Oh my gosh.
Right before the pandemic began. I got so lucky.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So I went to, wait, I take that back. That was Florida. I went to Disneyland 2017. There we go.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
In the summer, and we went for the week. We had the whole thing planned out, and I enjoyed myself. I think the point is you have to just go in knowing that it is smaller than Disney World.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You've been to Disney World.
Yeah, 100%.
If you have never been to Disney World, you don't have to worry about it. But if you have, then as long as you understand and expect and get your expectations in line.
Yeah.
That okay, California Adventure and Disneyland are going to be smaller than Disney World, Magic Kingdom and Islands Adventure.
Yeah.
As long as you're cool with that, and then if you go to Universal is where I saw the biggest change as far as size is concerned.
Yeah, because Universal Hollywood is completely, because it's got like 3 tiers, I think.
Yeah, and
so it's got like
an elevator you can go down to and everything.
It's also now it's got like Nintendo World, which looks insanely cool.
Yeah, see now I'm sure it's bigger.
Yeah,
when I went in 2017. They hadn't worked on too much yet.
Yeah.
And actually, as a matter of fact, so like the Harry Potter, did Harry Potter get expanded in Disneyland? Have they expanded it at all?
In Universal,
the Universal, because
they did
when
it.
I went,
they did in Florida. They added Diagon Alley, but that was a few years back now. I don't think they've done
Okay,
anything
'cause
with it since.
okay, yeah, California one is really small. You know, it's
Yeah.
like you walk in and like you basically can see the whole thing from the entrance.
Yeah.
And
I can
so,
imagine that. I
which
can
is
imagine that.
but like okay, whatever. But like I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew something was going to be smaller. There were going to be some concessions here and there, and so I didn't feel disappointed. You know, because there was still butterbeer. So as long as there's still butterbeer,
butterbeer, man,
everything's fine.
What a treat!
Everything's fine.
100%.
If I can get myself butterbeer, we're good.
Yeah, 100%.
But then I noticed that some things were actually different. I felt that the Simpsons area was actually bigger in California than it was in Florida.
I have heard
that. Was just an observation.
I have heard that. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, yeah, you lose Harry Potter, but you gain a bigger Simpsons area, which I know not the same thing depending on who you are. Yeah. But I thought it was kind of cool to see more of that area, see like that difference.
Oh, 100%.
And there were some exclusive stuff that were in California. So
yeah. I think in California they have the backlot tour where they have, like, if I remember rightly, they have Alfred Hitchcock's like actual like trailer from when he was alive.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, like where like he goes in between takes and things like that. And I'm pretty sure they still do filming both at California and Florida, if I remember rightly. If I recall, I think they did some of the Good Place at Florida, because they've got the plaza there from the Good Place, and they've got the Back to the Future clock tower at California, I believe, in Hollywood.
Okay.
Or they did.
I don't know all that extra stuff, but I do. Okay, there was a tour thing that I went on.
Yeah.
In California, it was downstairs.
Yeah.
And I forgot what it was called. And I guess that might be the backlot tour, because yes, there was a bit of like there was like Hitchcock, and we saw like this house that was based off of not The Shining, but
Bates Motel.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, that's the
Bates
one. I don't
things
watch
like
movies, so but they did a flooding thing, like
yeah.
Simulation, like actual water came down and flooded and everything. The show was like what they do for the special effects.
Yeah.
And then we saw some Transformers stuff as well.
Nice.
And then I think there was something on Fast and Furious, which I was excited for because I was like, oh, The Rock, I can see him, I can touch him. Oh, Rock, come to me. So I was excited about that, and so I guess that was the backlot tour. I never knew what it was called. I think that's what it was called, because I remember being on a tour like thing. On California. So nice. Cool. Yes, that is there, and it is awesome. You should do it.
They are very cool. I remember they had one at Hollywood Studios in Disney World like ages ago, but they got rid of it last time. Like, it's long gone now.
I've never seen it in Disney.
It's now where
I might have been looking for it.
Yeah, it's now where Galaxy's Edge is. So it's now Star Wars. So all of that's gone now. It's literally Galaxy's Edge now.
Interesting.
But yeah. So in terms of like I said in the intro, this week's episode is all about Disney games. Now, Disney games have been around for a long time. I mean, I've played a fair few. I have some opinions on them. Some of them are amazing, some of them are really good, some of them are kind of crappy. So RJ, my question for you is, have you played any Disney games? Like, I don't think I've seen any. I don't think I've seen any on the channel. But have you played any when you was younger? On like your.
When I was younger, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, okay, it goes to not necessarily Disney, but Disney like adjacent. Disney like owned.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't play the SNES. I didn't even have a SNES that long growing up.
Oh no, yeah.
I had it. Actually, I never owned a SNES. My grandparents owned a SNES. And whenever we would visit, the only thing I would do at that house was just go play SNES. And I would play Donkey Kong Country and like Super Mario World.
Nice.
The only thing I ever played.
Yeah.
They had other games, but I didn't understand what they were because I was really young.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm just gonna play Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario World.
The classics.
So they probably had other games. Maybe they had a Disney game and I never knew.
Maybe.
So I didn't play SNES very much, very long. And I had a Genesis, but I did not play some of those good Genesis games. I think there was like a good Aladdin one.
The Aladdin one was insanely good.
And a good Lion King as well, maybe, I think.
Yeah, there was a Lion King one.
Or was Lion King one bad? Where's the notorious Lion King game that's like brutally hard? Is that on SNES or Genesis?
I think it,
There's
I
a
think it,
notoriously
yeah,
hard
like
Lion
there
King
were
game.
two, yeah, because there was one on the SNES and one on like the both of them, and I'm pretty
Both
sure,
of them? Okay.
yeah, so I'm pretty sure that one of them was like either or. I remember the
Hmm.
Aladdin one. I don't remember it being that hard as a
No,
kid.
no, it wasn't hard. It was just really good. People remember
Yeah,
it being really,
but
really good.
the Lion King one, I remember hearing about it, but I didn't own a SNES. I owned a
Mhm.
Genesis when I was younger. I used to play Sonic the Hedgehog was like my jam when I was younger.
Hey man, that was everyone's jam, right?
I'm
I had it. I had it too.
and you're gonna hate me for it, but Bubsy was amazing. Hot take,
Oh,
but Bubsy the Bobcat was
oh,
Bubsy the
not
Bobcat.
Bubsy.
Bubsy the
Oh,
Bobcat was one of
oh.
those games that I
You
absolutely
know what?
loved growing up.
I'm actually contemplating getting Bubsy 3D on the
No, don't,
DS on the
no, do,
DS1
no, do
and
not do that.
and playing it for the channel because
Ah,
I've seen it. And
no.
I was at my local game store that has old games still, and I
Uh,
was just going through I saw it and I almost bought it. I almost bought it,
I mean,
and I was like,
it can't be as bad as Sonic 06, right?
you know what though? It might be that generation Sonic 06. Who knows? It is the most people complain today, right? I mean, rightfully so. But people complain today about games like not working,
Yeah,
being broken,
yeah.
not having all the assets. Like this game isn't done. This game isn't finished. Like and I mean, rightfully so. A
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
games come out not completely done.
Oh, yeah, yeah, 100%.
Nothing compares you for Bubsy 3D. Bubsy 3D legit looks like they just took the alpha build.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they finished with the alpha build, and then someone was like, "Ship it."
Yeah, 100%. It's like a fever dream. I remember my friend, I'm pretty sure one of my friends had it, and we honestly, I don't think we got off the first level. Like, it was that fucking janky. Like, it was
Jank is
it
people
was
complain about
unreal. The
people
controls were
complain.
just awful.
Oh, people complain about Tomb Raider's OG Tomb Raider controls.
Yes.
It makes Tomb Raider look like 60 frames per second.
Oh, 100%.
Buttery smooth.
Absolutely.
Nothing prepares you for Bubsy 3D. And I'm
No.
honestly thinking about playing it so I can show Travis and have him play it, and he'll just be like,
Wait,
dear God.
wait, Travis has never seen it.
No, man, he doesn't worry about bad games like I do.
He is
Which
in
is
for a
good.
treat.
Which is good for him. I mean, he gets to live a bit longer than I do, so it's fine. So I do honestly feel like Sonic 06 took some years off my life.
Well, you know what they say, every bad game takes off 5 years, you know what I mean?
Dude, and I played enough bad games, man. So yeah, so I'm trying to think though of like what I may have played, maybe even just like whimsically or like just very very shortly growing up, but
Yeah.
I didn't I cannot recall playing because when I got an N64 and PlayStation, I kind of
Like
then kind of started
N64
developing
was
what
like,
was
yeah, N64 was
yeah,
like Pokemon games, like Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon
yeah,
Snap.
Stadium, of course, and like I even had the thingy that allowed you to plug in your Pokemon Game Boy
Yes,
game,
yes,
and
yes.
there was a section in Stadium where you could actually basically virtually emulate your
Yeah,
your
yeah,
Game
yeah.
Boy game on the that that was
That was
I was
revolutionary.
that's the future. Is this the future?
Absolutely.
That was like I felt like I was Tron. I was like in 2090,
Oh
like
yeah,
the year
100%.
29. Being able to play a Pokemon game not on a tiny screen but on your actual TV.
Oh yeah.
Oh my!
It was next.
Shout out if you remember that.
Yeah, yeah,
That
100%.
was that
100%.
was. I can't even put the words. That was blew my mind. But yeah, I can't remember because I remember playing other games, but not Disney games, and I didn't have a lot of friends that played them either.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I didn't even like I didn't like oh like my friend played this one or my friend played oh wait okay I think it's adjacent. I think I did play Bugs Life.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Which
yeah.
I know is Pixar,
Yeah.
but I did play Bugs Life a little bit,
Mm.
and I remember even then thinking like this wasn't half bad. Like I don't have bad memories with it,
Yeah.
And I remember playing it a little bit. I remember, man, that resolution was really bad. I remember that. And but actually, I didn't go to learn years later when we're adults and I'm watching videos of gaming videos and stuff like that. Buzz Life was actually apparently a really good platform game based off the movie.
Yeah.
Because apparently it didn't follow the story. It was
no, it didn't. Yeah, it was his own story,
And
like after the
like,
movie.
oh, wow. Yeah. So I don't. And so people actually were like, no, this was actually one of the better ones.
Yeah,
one of the better platform tie-in, or it's not really a tie-in because it doesn't follow the movie story, but still, it came out around the same time. And so I was like, okay, that's why I remember having a good time with it, because it was actually good.
It was,
I think that might be the extent for me as far as old stuff, like you know, the old tie-in stuff that's supposed to follow the movie in some regard.
Yeah, I never really played the old games. I didn't really get into gaming until I was like, oh god, about Dreamcast, PS1 era.
Oh, and that's almost towards the PS2.
Yeah, actually. So like N64, like end of like cartridge life, beginning of like disc life was like when I properly got into gaming. But then it was heavily like Pokemon games, stuff like that. So I didn't really get into like the decent games until a little bit later. But I mean, I really like. I think some of them was more like 360 era, where they really like kind of took off with like original ideas, where I think they were like pretty good. And they've had their fair share of like crap ones as well. Like Disney's rapport with games are just it's very hit and miss. Like
yes.
Especially like the movie tie-in games, like nowadays some of them are just, I'm glad that they've given up with them because they're just so bad.
Gosh, you have no idea, man.
Like they were so bad. Like I remember playing, what was it? Which one was it? Like the fucking Cars 2 video game on the 360. Mate, that was atrocious. That was atrocious. It was so.
I've heard.
I picked it up for like 50p from like my local like second-hand shop. I was like, I'll give it a go. We'll see what it's like. And I paid too much for it. Like I'm not.
Yeah, you said 50p.
Yeah, like.
Oh my god, yeah, that's too much.
Like £0.50. Like it was too much. Yeah. It was just so bad.
You storm back in. I want my 50p back.
I want it back. Slow down.
Like, give it back to me.
No, I don't have a receipt. This is proof enough.
Yeah, this guy is proof enough. You know, it's funny. I'm gonna pass a video on to you. There's a YouTuber called Kadikarus.
Oh, I love Kadikarus.
Have you seen his video where he played all the Pixar games and all the Disney games?
I mean, I'm not sure, but was it the Kinect ones?
No. Well, he does that too.
Oh yeah.
But no, he's dedicated an entire video to all Pixar games.
Oh, okay.
All of, or at least you know, a large amount of them.
Yeah.
And he went over the whole Cars saga.
That poor guy.
And yeah, I think a couple of them were all right. The last one on PS4 actually was apparently all right.
All right, okay.
But,
I can't remember the last. I can't remember the last Pixar game I played with it. I think it was a Lego one. I think it was Lego Incredibles, the last like Disney Pixar game I played.
And so like he went over the Incredibles games, Shark's Tale, Shrek games, all of those games. Oh no, wait, that's DreamWorks. Sorry, but like a lot of them. You might have forgot about. You know, they had a game for it because everything had a game.
Everything had a game.
You guys remember from that, especially during that PS2 era.
Oh yeah,
they were throwing games at everything that had an IP to it.
100%.
I don't know how they got the budget to make it. These poor souls with these like probably using outdated code, and probably having to use fucking like just C# or something like that. Some outdated programming code. They have like a budget of like $50 and they have to figure it out.
Fucking JavaScript.
I don't know. Oh gosh, Java. Like I don't know how they're building these games. And then charging like $50, $40.
Oh yeah, it's like full retail price.
If they came out as like for like 20. No, and granted, some of them would come out for like $20.
Yeah.
Granted, and that's okay, whatever. But when some of them come out for $40 or $50, it's like get out of here.
Oh yeah, just you do not deserve to be that much money.
But the PS3 360 era, yes, I worked at GameStop when those systems were still pretty hot.
Oh nice, yeah.
And yeah, like there was almost never a good tie-in, and not just Disney. Any like Marvel was really
Oh
bad during this time.
I think just everyone. I think because it was a
Mm.
new like place for them to put money into. There was like, yeah, we'll just get as many out as possible. None of them were
But it's
good.
like
None of them were
I
good.
never sold one to anybody, so I'm like, who bought these? Like, I understand the logic is to like you're trying to milk the fans for everything they got. But like, what did you milk?
Yeah.
What did you milk? How much could this have actually? How many copies could you have actually sold of Iron Man 2? Just no.
Uh,
You know what
I
happened?
remember.
You know what?
I remember
You know what?
playing the original Iron Man game, mate. That was fucking awful.
Yeah, you know what those games ended up becoming? You know who was really buying those games? The people who like to get trophies and achievements. Because
Yes.
since
Yeah.
those games are catered for kids,
Yeah. Yeah.
they were just an easy 1,000 gamer score or
Oh
easy
yeah.
platinum to get.
Oh yeah. 100%.
So I guess that's who bought them. That was the milking that they did, because those were the only fools dumb enough to buy the games.
So
to
that's
get
how.
it and
So that's how
return
the completionist started his YouTube channel. It's all those unlisted videos that he wants no one to
it. Oh,
see.
no. Oh, the completionist. Yeah. That's probably what it was. But like, yeah, they're just not. I mean, I personally have not played one. I've been curious every so often, maybe, but I still haven't.
No.
But yeah, I have never physically sold one
Yeah.
to a damn person, and it actually dawned on me during the PS4 era.
Yeah.
It dawned on me one day, and I was like, I haven't seen a tie-in game for a long time.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, did they finally stop doing it?
Did they
And then
come-
like I was thinking back to the years. I was thinking like, what happened in 2016? What happened in 2016? I was thinking like, I think they finally fucking stopped. They finally learned their lesson.
Yes.
And then I got scared because then I saw one for Cars 3.
Ah.
And I was like, don't start this again.
Rev it up, boys. We're starting again.
I was like, oh gosh, but I think I haven't really seen one since though. I mean,
No,
you have
I
these
haven't.
random ass ones that like just get released with no fanfare, which like, all right, whatever, fine. If they're like digital titles that just get swept under the rug,
Yeah.
whatever, because then everyone can ignore them.
Yeah.
But oh gosh,
Yeah, I've not seen
seen
a physical one for a while. I've not seen a physical one for a while.
It was bad. The tie-in games from either Disney or Marvel or Pixar, which I mean, granted, Disney didn't own Marvel yet, but now they do, so we'll include them.
Yeah.
But they didn't. Oh gosh, almost none. Only good. Well, wait, this wasn't even. It was Marvel. So the only really good one that stands out at the time was from the X-Men Origins Wolverine game. That one was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Because they didn't tell them. I don't think it followed the movie. It might have, but it was first of all rated M.
Yeah.
Which it needed to be.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And it was very bloody, very violent.
Yeah.
And it was just a solid. I mean, it wasn't fantastic. It was no Spider-Man PS4 or Batman Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
And as far as all the other tie-in movie games we had up to that point, at that time, being just good was enough for us. Like, as long as you were good, we were like, yeah, play it. This is great. This is awesome.
Yeah,
I'll just do that. Like,
this is good.
Because our barometer was dragged down so low.
Oh yeah,
from like the decade and a half of tie-in games.
Yeah.
So it was like, I'll take anything that's even halfway decent, man. Like
2 stars or above, I will play it.
Yeah, as long as it gets 2 stars, 2.5, I'm in.
One that I do want to bring up, actually, that I don't know if you ever remember it, but it started off really strong as like, it was like the era when Minecraft was like really popular, like when it first started again. But it was like, do you remember Skylanders?
Yes.
So Disney had a version of that called Disney Infinity, which was the same kind of like, see, that started off really good, but then it just went downhill. Like
what they did. Oh, first of all, okay, Skylanders.
What a game! What a game!
What they do? No. What they did to my boy Spyro.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
What did they do to you, my boy? What's that Godfather scene? Like, I really recognize my boy, or whatever he says to his son. I've never seen it. I just seen the clip, but I forgot what it says. But like, you know what they've done to my boy. They massacred my boy. When I heard that like Spyro was coming back, but as a Skylander, and there was the whole toys thing, I was like, how could you?
Yeah, because
Because we
Spyro.
hadn't had a Spyro game
Yeah,
in
since like
years.
PS2
And
era, wasn't it?
well, the PS1 ones were fantastic. Everyone knows
Oh
that.
yeah, 100%.
And then they
100%.
continued it into the PS2, and apparently they were just none of them were really good.
No, yeah,
Like
they
at
flew
all.
really under the radar, didn't they? At that
The
point.
issue was that Insomniac left and made Ratchet and
Yes.
Clank.
Yeah,
And so it got passed around. And I think, and then Sony or Universal owned it, and they sold it to Activision.
Yeah.
See, if they had maybe at least kept it within Sony, Sony could have maybe found someone else to work on it.
Yeah.
But no, Universal owned it. They sold it to Activision, and then Activision didn't know what the fuck to do with it.
Yeah.
And then it was just getting passed around all these different developers, and then like it just didn't look like Spyro.
Yeah.
Like it was. Oh, just watch just watch footage of any of those PS2 Spyro games. Actually, watch Kadikarus' Spyro video that he did because he covers the PS2 era.
Oh, there you go.
So bad. It's so bad. It just hurts. It just hurts, man.
Yeah.
And then there was a PS3 one.
Oh, what's that?
One PS3. There was one PS3 game.
Oh, I don't remember
the
that.
sequel, because I guess they started making a new trilogy, and I think the last one came out on the PS3/360, and I think it was called Dawn of the Dragon. And I want to play that one because it actually like it's interesting because it's like, you know, because of the PS3's power, they were able to kind of make him a bit more realistic, like realistically animated.
Oh right, okay.
And I was like, that looks kind of, it's different, you know. And so I've actually been curious to buy it, but actually it's actually gone up quite a lot. Like it's like $50 now.
Wow, my gosh.
For a game that old, it came out like in 2006 or something. It was close to a launch title.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might want to pick up that one. But otherwise, yeah. But after that, we had never heard for Spyro since.
Yeah.
And then it's like Spyro comes back as a toy, and I'm just like, what did I do to deserve this? What did I do? I've just been so loyal to you for all these years, and then all you do is come back as a fucking toy. It's just like it just hurts. It hurts, man.
Yeah, it was.
It hurts. I didn't play them. More or less, I did not play any of the Skylanders. I didn't play Infinity. Was it just those two?
I think those were just the two, unless there was another one that I don't know about.
Oh, Lego Dimensions. I didn't play Lego Dimensions either.
Yeah.
I didn't play. Oh wait, no, I said that. So I didn't play. Yeah, Disney Infinity, Lego Dimensions, Skylanders. Those were the three.
Yeah.
Those were the three big ones, and I didn't play any of them. But what happened to those is exactly what happened to Guitar Hero.
Where Guitar Hero was so good back in the day.
It got big. It blew up.
And they just fucked it over.
Ran into the ground.
100%.
That's what happened. They ran it into the ground.
Yeah.
And that's
the same happened with Rock Band though as well. Rock Band was insane when it came out with all the instruments and stuff.
You know what's funny? I like to think that Rock Band got dragged down because of Guitar Hero's fuck ups.
I think
association.
So. I think so.
Here's why I say that. So Guitar Hero came out first in 2005. Yeah. And then Guitar Hero came out in 2006.
Yeah, Guitar Hero 206 Xbox.
And then Guitar Hero 3 came out. No, actually, well, first Guitar Hero Rock the 80s came out sometime later, and everyone was like, "Why you make this? Whatever." But then Guitar Hero 3 came out in 2007,
which was the best one.
Yes, I still own it. And then Rock Band came out, I think the same year, right? And then Rock Band started just shitting all over Guitar Hero.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
And then Guitar Hero came out with Guitar Hero Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Like a half a year later.
Yeah.
And then they did World Tour in 2008. Guitar Hero World Tour.
World Tour was good, which was their answer to Rock Band. Yeah.
That was their answer to Rock Band.
And then Rock Band did the Beatles, didn't they? Or AC/DC?
Not yet. The Rock Band then did. They did do a Rock Band track pack for AC/DC. It was not a full blown game.
Right.
It was a track pack.
Yeah.
But they did sell it. They did sell it individually. You could just buy the disc for 20 songs for like $20.
Yeah.
But then when World Tour comes out, Rock Band's like, okay, here's Rock Band 2, which was like the best Rock Band. It was so good.
Yeah.
Then, it kept Rock Band on top, and then after that, Rock Band didn't have another game.
No, it went off the radar, didn't it? Yeah.
Until 2010. 2010, like 2 years later, then they came out with Rock Band 3, right?
Oh, yeah,
So Rock Band, if you look at Rock Band, they were actually pretty quiet, right? They did Rock Band 2, and then they were quiet, then Rock Band 3, right?
Yeah.
And then, but in the meantime, Guitar Hero Guitar Hero decides after World Tour, they're like, okay, cool. A few months later, here's Guitar Hero Metallica. A couple months later, here's Guitar Hero Smash Hits. Oh, and a couple years after that, 2009, here's Guitar Hero 5. Oh, we're not done yet. Here's 2 handheld titles for the DS. Oh, wait, we're not done yet. Here's DJ Hero in 09 as well. That comes out. And then in 2010, they're like, oh, here's Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock. Here's that. But oh, wait, we're not done yet. Wait, Billy Mays, there's more. They put out Guitar Hero DJ Hero 2 because apparently DJ Hero 1 was so good.
Mate, I have a story about DJ Hero. So when that first came out, we have a store over here called HMV, right? And back in the day, they used to have like live performances of like games and things like that to like showcase the games and stuff. It's pretty cool. There was a guy legit with the turntable asleep, playing the game on expert, just asleep, just moving his hand, and he was pretty much hitting every single note. This guy must have been there for hours. He must have known what he was doing, because this guy, you could hear him snoring. Like, it was insane how funny it was.
Oh no! But that just tells you, man. That just when DJ Hero came out, I saw an article on Game Informer. When I was looking, I saw it online, and then the article was even like, DJ Hero comes out and I give up now. like even the article writer was just like, this is ridiculous. Oh yeah, 100%. Like this is getting ridiculous. I read this. And
didn't they do one called Band Hero as well? I remember.
Yes, I remember playing. I was gonna say Band Hero, which is the bane of my existence because it was all fucking top 40 pop shit. Yeah, with like 5 actual good songs.
I remember it had Evanescence on it, Bring Me to Life. Or was it Going Under?
That's actually one of the first songs you play in the game.
In the mall.
Yes, you're in a fucking mall. I'm like, this is the most 2009 thing I've ever seen. 100%. And I'm just like, it's so easy. It is so easy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And so I was just like, oh. And so I'm playing it. A couple years back, I was like, I'm gonna play all the Guitar Hero games.
Yeah.
I want to play all the Guitar Hero games, even the bad ones, even Band Hero. As I'm going through it, there's only like 5 really good songs. In my opinion. You got David Bowie's Let's Dance, which is fantastic.
Absolute classic.
Poison's Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
A good ballad.
Yeah.
A surprise hit for me was actually Janet Jackson's Black Cat, which is really good. It's a really good guitar rocking song. Right?
Yeah.
Really, really good. And there's American Pie.
Don McLean.
Which is actually that game's like final song.
Yeah.
And so it's a good final song for a game like this. I
like it. Yeah.
And then you know what? That might be it. Like, I cannot think of any other really good songs. Most of the bands I had never even heard of.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who they were. I was like, who are you? I don't know what's going on.
See, my thing.
Oh, Honky Tonk Woman by Rolling Stones. That's in the game.
Okay.
I was like, how in the hell did this song get in this game?
See, I can't even remember like any of the I remember like 2. I think Don McLean was American Pie was one of them. And Evanescence was the other. That is it from Band Hero. But you go back to like Guitar Hero 3, mate. I could literally like list every single song that was in that game.
Oh yeah, Guitar Hero 3.
I remember what stage was it on. Like,
yes, wonderful. Just you couldn't be. At the
could not be.
Guitar Hero Smith was a bit down, but then also we're not even done though. We're not even fucking done.
Oh no!
There was Guitar Hero Van Halen that came out.
Oh, that was awful. I remember playing that.
And okay. It was fun to play the guitar, like the songs.
Yeah.
But there was just no love into that game.
No, there wasn't.
No effort.
No.
Like in Metallica, the devs actually went on record to say that Metallica was actually the game that they felt most proud of.
Oh,
and
really?
When you play it, you can understand why, because they were the band members, they put their all into it.
Yeah.
Like there's unique animations for multiple songs
throughout
the game.
I think I played a little bit of it. I didn't like. I remember playing the first couple of stages, and then that was it. And I kind of just drifted up. It was like, I'm going back.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not a Metallica fan, you're obviously not good. You're just gonna drift away.
I am a Metallica fan, but it's kind of just like, I mean,
It
at
is
that
hard
point,
though. It is really hard.
at that point, it just felt repeated and just rinsed, and it was like, I'm gonna go back to
And that's because they released Metallica like, I don't know, 4 months after World Tour
Yeah,
came out.
that's it. Yeah, and it
Instead
was
of
just
waiting like a full year, they
Yeah.
were just pumping these out.
Yeah.
Like every quarter was a new Guitar Hero
Oh
game,
yeah.
whether on console or on handheld, because they put out 2 ones on handheld. What?
Yeah.
And then
Those
and I'm
handheld
trying to
ones
think,
were so bad.
Warriors of Rock was the last one, and that was in 2010. And
Is that the
but it's
one where
just
they
from the
transform into the fucking like werewolf and
like
shit?
demons.
The demon,
I mean,
yeah.
granted, it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was a cool
looked really
concept.
good.
Yeah.
As far as graphically, it looks really, really good. Even still today, it looks really good.
Yeah.
No,
there was another one, wasn't there? Guitar Hero 5 was the last one, was it?
No, I said 5.
Oh, you said 5.
That was in 09.
Oh, was it?
09.
Oh man. Okay.
Warriors of Rock is technically also 6. Guitar Hero 6.
Right, yeah,
but they call it Warriors of Rock.
Yeah.
That was the last one. And then there's Guitar Hero Live that they tried to revitalize it, but then it died because it sucked and no one played it. But it's just from the span between World Tour and Warriors of Rock, you had like 10 games.
Yeah.
Within a 2-year time span. Meanwhile, Rock Band, when Rock Band 2 came out in 08, you had I don't know the exact dates, but you had Lego Rock Band, which was actually really good.
That was pretty good, actually. I remember that one. Yeah.
Like the set list was actually fun. Like you had Tom Petty, you had T-Rex, you had Poison and David Bowie, you had Jimi Hendrix was in there. Korn was in there.
Yes.
It has a Foo Fighters are in there. Like it has a really good set list. It's just Lego, but whatever. Yeah. Anyways, Lego Rock Band comes out. The Beatle Rock Band comes out. Green Day Rock Band comes out.
The Green Day one was good. I like the Green Day one.
On the PSP, they had Rock Band Unplugged, which I still own to this day because it is so good.
Yes, I remember that one actually. That was dope. That game. I used to play that non-stop.
It's so good.
As soon
as you get the handle of it, it's really good.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, that's it. Within that 2-year span from Rock Band 2 to Rock Band 3, you have one on handheld, and then you have like 4 games.
Yeah.
Which you can spread that out between 2 years.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah, 100%.
And so Rock Band didn't saturate the market. Guitar Hero did.
Yeah.
But then just any other additional game that Rock Band might put out just adds fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
You know? And so Rock Band, I don't blame Rock Band for the explosion or for that genre dying. To me, it is all Activision's fault.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
All because they just pumped out so many games.
Yeah.
Because they wanted, it's like as if they wanted it to die.
Yeah.
Like they were just like pumping many games because we know this ship's gonna sail. So we might as well play as many games as we possibly can.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like that's what led to the fatigue.
Yeah.
And Rock Band got dragged down with it by association.
Yeah.
But now Rock Band 4 came out 2015 and it is still being supported to this day.
Yeah.
I still own it. Obviously, I still make videos on it.
Yeah.
And it's great. Now we do hope that they might make Rock Band 6, especially with them being owned by Epic Games now.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Y'all got that Fortnite money. Let's come on, guys. Let's do something here.
Let's do something with an IP. I tell you what is a good game. It's very I think it's very niche. I watched a couple of YouTubers play it when it came out and I was like, I need to buy this game. It's called Fuser. It's done by Harmonix. It's basically like you're at a festival and you're like mixing tracks together. It is so good. Like it is granted, you need to like buy tracks and things like that, like how you do with Rock Band and stuff like that. But it is so good, like how they did it with like the mixing the music and stuff like that. And I think that is a cool concept, kind of like DJ Hero, but done right.
The issue with that game is that I don't know if Harmonix supports it anymore. Because it came out. It reviewed okay.
It didn't do as well.
It did not sell well.
Yeah,
it did not sell well. So I don't know.
I think it was the price because I pre-ordered it. I think I pre-ordered it. I paid $60 for it. And that was, how long's that been out? That was probably
at least 2 years, maybe 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say it came out back end of 2019, beginning of 2020. I think it was.
Crazy how it's already been out that long.
I know.
God.
I think it was just before COVID started that it came
Let
out.
me see. Fuser
But
game.
I
Musical
think
game.
I think it's an underrated game. I kind of liked it. I still
I
play
never
it to this
played it,
day.
so I'm not gonna say. Oh, November 2020. So almost 3
Oh,
years.
bloody hell!
Almost
Wow,
3 years from now.
my
But yeah, I
gosh.
think it was yeah, it's a cool idea, but I don't know if it was widespread enough. It's like, yeah, people love to go to festivals. They love
Yeah,
hearing
yeah,
music, but it's like,
yeah,
but does that translate to people actually wanting to be the DJ? At the
yeah.
festival.
I
So
get.
it's
Yeah.
so I mean, it's a cool concept, but I don't know if it's translated as far as like widespread appeal. But I don't think Harmonix supports it anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it's a dead game now.
But
A lot.
if you want to talk about underrated games,
Mm.
let's circle this back to Disney, right?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go back to the PS2 era, and you
Yeah.
know what I'm going to bring up. You know
Mm.
what I'm going to bring up here. Disney's Extreme Skateboarding Adventure.
Yes. Yes.
That was the
RJ. That was the
That
goat.
was the GOAT.
Yes, it
I
was.
didn't even understand why that game was so good, and it was so good.
It was insanely good. And
As a kid,
I recently found out about this. The developers of Tony Hawk's actually like made that game.
yes,
Like,
it works on the same engine as
yes.
Tony Hawk 4 did.
Yeah,
As
which
Tony Hawk 4, which
Tony
now
Hawk's
that
4
explains.
Tony Hawk's 4 was like insanely good as a game. Like, I think
And
that's
yeah, that
one
was
of my
already good.
favorites. Yeah. And oh man, Disney Extreme Skateboarding, man, that was like, that's got to be like the best sports game I've ever played.
Yeah, I think they used the exact same engine
Yeah.
for it, but just with a Disney palette swap.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was so good, and that's why it was so good, because it used Tony Hawk's development engine. I think, like you said, the same team,
Yeah.
or at least some of them worked on it. And I was like, hey, if this is gonna make a skateboarding game, you might as well grab the best fucking team that can do it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And so it was super smart of them to do so.
Yeah.
Instead of them finding some riffraff dev team that they've never heard of to try to make a skateboarding game. It would have been terrible.
The ones that made Simpsons skateboarding.
There you go. Case in point, So it was so good. And I don't know if I ever beat it, but I remember using a lot of cheat codes and like getting my stats up to like max. And I remember using all those characters, unlocking like what's his name? Zorg? Is that
Zerg, yeah.
Zerg, like unlocking Zerg. I think he was an unlockable character.
Yeah.
And playing as those two actual kids, real kids.
Yes, yeah.
That were in the game, and just like doing the tricks and like seeing like because it was really cool. Like they actually gave names for all the moves.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And even if you used a different character,
they
would name the same trick something else.
Yeah.
To match that character, which was super cool.
It was very creative.
It was perfect for a kid.
It was
I was like,
so
like
good.
many people, you're like hopped up on Tony Hawk, right? You're like,
oh
my
yeah,
gosh, you just want more Tony Hawk. You don't care how you get it. Like, I'll take any Tony Hawk. I'll get it out of a garbage can. I don't care as long as it's Tony Hawk. And then Disney Skate, I think my mom got it for me for like my birthday or something. I was like, what is this? This is weird. But I was like, well, it's a skateboarding game. I'll give it a go.
Yes.
And pop that bad boy in. Oh, they need to bring that back.
Yes, they
Disney
do.
Needs to just port it. Just give us a port.
Yes, they don't need to remaster it. They don't need to change it. They just need to.
You can, but I don't need it.
We don't need it.
Just the game.
Yeah, just port it over, man. Honestly.
Put it in the PS2 Classic section.
Yes.
Just give Sony the port. You know you have it, Disney. I know you have it. Just give them the port, and then just let Sony sell it for like $10. I'll buy it.
Yeah,
I'll buy it immediately.
Mate, I'll buy it. I would absolutely eat that up. Now,
I'll stream it. I don't care.
Yes. I remember it having. I think I remember it having some kind of story mode.
There was some kind of a career mode.
Yeah, and
the thing was,
I think that was pretty cool. I think that was pretty cool because it was like in this own town, and it was like it did like you went through these portals, and it was like Mario 64 like kind of portals.
Oh god, I don't remember any portals.
It was. Like,
I'm not saying there wasn't any. I just don't remember the portals at all.
Yeah.
I mean, remember just going to different worlds.
Like going to different worlds in the port. Like there was like I don't even know. I think there were portals, but it was
maybe I don't remember portals, but what I remember was that because since I followed Tony Hawk 4's engine, Tony Hawk 4 was unique in the sense that instead of you just choosing linear levels
Yeah.
individually to choose from it and is doing some objectives in that level.
Yeah.
20.4 was you chose a level, but each level was like a giant sandbox, like open world kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it was, yeah, and it was the first
So
of its kind, wasn't it? Like
yeah,
to
and you had
do
to go
that.
find the missions. You had to go
Yeah.
find the missions, and then they
Yeah.
gave you objectives, and you go and do one. So instead of you booting it up and you have a time limit right away, it's like
Yeah.
no, you can skate around the area
Yeah.
and then go find a guy who will give you a mission with a time limit, and
Oh
then
yeah,
you do
yeah,
it
yeah.
from there.
Yeah.
And Disney's Extreme Skateboarding Adventure followed that same format.
Followed
So when you
that,
were in the
yeah.
toys, when you were in Andy's room,
Yeah,
you could skate around if you could just fuck around if you want to.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Or you can, and when you're ready with the level, you can go talk to people like some of the toys, and they give you objectives to do.
Yeah.
And you can, and some of them do tell a bit of a story. Some of them do have like cool interactions when you're done with them, and they do like to change the environment up a bit, which is really neat.
Yeah.
But shout out to Buzz, because his is a freaking hoverboard, a legit
Yes, that was insanely good when you unlocked that.
Don't beat the hoverboard, okay,
that was
boys
so
and girls.
good.
You do not beat the hoverboard. It was so sweet to legit have a hoverboard.
100%.
It was also like it was literally just Tony Hawk with Toy Story or gosh, I'm thinking of Tarzan characters or whatever, right? Because they played and handled really good. It was not janky at all.
No, it wasn't.
If you can play Tony Hawk 4, you can play Disney Extreme Skateboarding.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like full stop.
Yeah.
If you can play that one, you can play this one.
Yeah.
And fantastic. Fantastic. Underrated gem. Only the real OGs know.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if Malika knows. Game. I wonder if she played it back in the day. I hope she did. I don't remember if you told me when I don't know if you told me when I did a podcast with her, but I hope she did because man, it's so good. If you don't get a PS2 or an Xbox, then have a good time.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh man.
Just play that game for nostalgia, man, honestly.
Some of the other games. So this is where so we're kind of moving away from tie-ins so much to now, but still Disney. So Disney Stream. I don't know who published that Disney skateboarding game. I mean, I don't know officially who published it, but in the PS3
was it not Neversoft?
No, I mean publish it, not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, publishing it.
Yeah.
But the PS3 360 era, Disney started getting a bit more focused into games.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't own LucasArts yet.
No.
But Star Wars was coming back with the Force Unleashed games.
Yeah, they were good. They were good.
Which I still think they're underrated.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
people especially don't like the second one, but I think it's still one of the most graphically impressive PS3 games I've ever played.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And the Steelbook is so good. I still look at it to this day. Anyways, but then Disney comes out the gate, and I guess they made their own studio, and it was called Disney Game Studios.
Yes.
Yeah. And then they put out their first game that I remember them putting out was a game called Pure.
Oh. Yes,
and it is.
Yes,
so
good.
So good.
Honestly,
I actually played it on the channel. I actually have a few episodes on the channel.
Oh yeah. Nice.
But it's funny because the first episode it has like several thousand views, but that's only because I accidentally clickbaited it. Like I'm not joking. Here's the story. So Travis and I were going to play it together.
Yeah.
And we were looking for the split screen option.
Yeah.
To play because we just assumed there was split screen.
Yeah.
There's not, but we thought there would, and we first thought that maybe we had to get through the tutorial or whatever, maybe do the first race.
Yeah.
We can't find it. It's nowhere to be found. And I titled the video at that time. I titled it "Looking for Split Screen."
Yeah.
And I guess everyone's been looking for split screen on this game because that game, I still get views. I still get a few views to this day on that video. But it's only because they think that we found split screen in that game. So I accidentally clickbaited it, and I didn't mean to. I was we had just started the channel out. I didn't really know much yet. Still.
Yeah.
So I just thought it's a fun title to put in because that's what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
I didn't think about the algorithm and the keywords and then all that. I didn't even think about that. So, but guys, you owe it to yourself if you like SSX, you need to play Pure.
Yes,
because that's why it was so good.
I'd say
it was
through an era where it was where I remember playing on the PS3. Do you ever remember MotorStorm?
Yeah, I own them. I still own 1 and 2.
Like, oh my god, those were so good. Those games, like
Oh
those
yeah.
in that era of games where they were like a lot of like racing, where racing games were like insanely good. Pure was just like one of the best ones out there at that time. With
Oh
like,
yeah. I Bullshit was actually the first PS3 game I ever owned.
oh really? Nice,
I bought
nice.
it with my PS3.
Oh,
I bought it
sick,
with it. I didn't come
nice.
with it, but I bought it with it because I needed
Yeah,
the
yeah,
game, and
yeah,
I was like, Motorstorm, I guess. I didn't
yeah,
even know what it was about. I knew it was racing, but I knew
yeah,
nothing about it.
yeah.
That game blew my mind, man. I wish I
Oh,
could go back, man.
first
That
time
graphical
playing
jump,
Motorstorm. Motorstorm.
that graphical
Which
jump,
one?
man.
What's it called? My favorite one. Motorstorm.
Pacific Rift.
Pacific. Yes, that's the
That's the
one.
second one. That's the
Yeah,
second
that
one,
was
and it is
so good.
that one is also so good. It's
Yeah,
just like the graphics. I mean,
just
PS today, you think
gorgeous.
like they're fine, but like going from the PS2 era to the PS3 era,
Oh yeah,
and you see that beginning cutscene of like the canyon or like the forest if you're playing Pacific
yeah,
Rift, you're just like, how do you even get better than this?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's like you just think like we can't do better. We
This
we won.
this
We
yeah,
already won.
that's it. This looks so much better than outside already.
Yeah, like why would I don't ever need to leave now. I can just
No,
look at this.
I can just.
Um,
This is my
but
view
like
now.
but Pure was also a very good looking game.
Yes, it was.
So good look. It
was.
still is. It
Oh yeah.
still is impressive.
Oh yeah.
Today, the
100%.
vistas that they made, if when you're going off a gigantic jump,
Yeah.
you see like the scenery behind like out there in the background, it
Yeah.
still looks really impressive. Like the shirts like that you're wearing, like your character's wearing when you're going fast, like they actually like flap
In the wind, yeah. Like the
like
physics,
like the attention,
so
the
good.
details is so amazing. For '08, you'd be very surprised
Oh
to
yeah.
find a game with as much detail. And also when it comes to creating your ATV,
So much
it gets very
customization.
deep. Yeah,
Yeah.
it gets very
Yeah.
deep for a game from '08.
Yeah.
It gets very deep.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
And you can make like 10 or so ATVs and then name them and everything.
Yeah, with like different specs and things like that for like different.
Yeah, you can make one more catered to tricks and then
Yeah.
one more catered to racing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's what I would do. When I
Yeah.
unlocked each new like tier and like new engine tier.
Same,
I would
same.
make a new ATV for each for freestyling and then for tricking.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I would actually name them, like the way I would name them was if like there was like the next like the lowest tier engine, I called it like the Mach 1.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then the next one was called Mach 2.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Mach 3. And then for the freestyle one, I called it like Freestyle 2160 or something like that. And the next
Nice.
one was like Freestyle 3280
Yeah.
or whatever. Like an Atari, how they
Yeah.
went from 2400 to 4800. That's kind of
Yeah.
how I did it with those. And
Nice, nice.
oh man, played the crap out of that
Oh
game.
yeah,
It was like,
100%.
if you're not gonna give me a new SSX, this is the next best thing.
Oh yeah,
And it was
100%.
so, the tricks that you could do were just stupid. They
Yeah,
were ridiculous.
100%.
You're doing flips and twirls and tumbles like a ballerina and shit. I'm just like, yes.
Give me,
is what I
give me
want.
all of this.
I need all of this. And oh man, I spent so much time on Pure, man. I remember taking it to friends' houses.
Yes,
And just
yeah.
like guys, play this. And like when you go off the jump and like the audio cuts off and it's just the wind and everything, you're doing the
Yes.
crazy tricks. My friends would just be like,
all the cinematic cameras that they had as well.
oh,
Just
nothing beats it,
gorgeous.
man.
Yeah.
I wish that they would bring that. I wish Disney would bring that back.
Yes, yes.
But then but apparently Disney was just sticking with racing because they did Pure in '08, and then a couple years later, Disney wants to come out with Split Second.
Yes, that was another good game.
Which was a bit underrated. It
Yeah.
didn't hit as hard as Pure did.
No, it didn't.
But it
no,
was a
no.
cool take on
Yeah.
racing.
It was, yeah, yeah.
Because I don't know if you remember it too well, but they were basically framing it to where you're part of a TV show.
Yes, yeah. It was
And
like
you
it
were
was like
being-
it's like an action TV show, wasn't it? Where you're part of.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were
But
like a
it's still a
stunt man.
racing game through and
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
But they would have these purposeful action set pieces that would take place in the races, like at some point, like on maybe the second or third lap,
Yeah.
a plane was just scripted to just crash,
Yeah.
just land and crash
Yeah.
right in front of you, and it was pretty freaking dope.
It was really cool. It was a cool
and
take,
what
to be fair.
They actually took a page out of Motorstorm's playbook because they would have that happen, have these crazy set pieces happen on purpose, but then it would change the track in the next lap.
Yes,
and so they took a little page out of Motorstorm's book to where like sometimes the laps would be different. And it was really cool. Or you could use these little like takedown. You would develop like, instead of like a boost per se, you would develop like this little meter where then when you had it high enough, you could trigger these things that happen in the tracks, and they would like sometimes mess up the other racers and knock them out, but they would also change the track. And so either you did it or your opponents would do it. And it was just a really novel way of creating different track layouts.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was very creative for what it was.
Creative.
Very creative.
I thought it was a lot of fun. I played the crap out of it.
Oh yeah, same. Nice, yeah.
Played, got all the trophies. It was a fantastic game. I love, and then there was also like this different modes. Like there was an eliminator mode. There was like a catch-up mode. It was they added different modes to play in the story mode or the career. To make it, to kind of keep things fresh. But also that game also looks fantastic.
Oh, it does. It still holds up to this day. Like
for 2010.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I don't know what engine Disney Game Studios was using, but both Pure and Split Second I don't know how they did it, but those games still look really, really good today.
Oh yeah.
They look as good as some of these other racing games that I'm playing on the PS4 that came out in like 2017, 2018.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Oh,
just so good.
Oh man. What do you like more, Pure or Split Second?
Oh, Pure, 100%. Has to be.
Because you could trick around.
100%.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Which one would you want a sequel more to? That one or Split Second?
Oh, Pure. Give me a Pure. Just give me a Pure 2. Like, we need that.
Man.
Instead of like with ATVs, but also give like bikes, like dirt bikes.
Oh.
And rally cars. So you get a choice. That'd be pretty dope.
How would you trick around in the rally car though?
Drifting, maybe. I don't know, like drifting, that kind of like. I don't know. Maybe some.
I'm trying to think.
Maybe be able to like flip the car fucking sideways, do barrel rolls.
Instead of rally cars, Jeeps.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because Jeeps are open cage, right? At least a lot of them are.
Yeah.
And then maybe with the Jeep, since you can still see your character and everything, and they're smaller, maybe they could do some stupid stuff with the Jeep and you could trick around with that in the air or something. Like something unrealistic, which is totally fine. But oh man, yeah. So it sucks because after Split Second came out, I was like pumped up on Disney at that point.
Oh yeah.
Disney Game Studios can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Disney Game Studios can do no wrong to me.
Yeah.
And then they shut down the studio.
I know, it just disappeared. I was like, where is it gone? Like what's happening?
I remember reading the article saying that they're shutting down their game studio, and they're just they're just getting out of the games sector altogether.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
Yeah.
Now I'll never get Pure 2.
Sad day.
It was a sad day. If I may, so that's about as far as it answered, because I didn't play Disney Epic Mickey. Did you play Epic Mickey?
So I played a little bit of it, but I played the second one more. So the second one, so the first one was kind of like the story of like Mickey in like a mirror world type thing. But then the second one, from what I remember, it was just after they obtained the rights for Oswald the Lucky Rabbit again from Universal, and that's a whole story that we can get into at some point, probably later down the line. And then it was like an alternate reality where Oswald the Lucky Rabbit was like the mascot of Disney, and it was like all like dystopian and like very like trippy. It was a very cool game. It was very, very cool. You had to do like these, it was essentially like a platformer puzzle type game where you had to like solve these puzzles, and like you had to use like both the characters simultaneously to like figure out these multi-level puzzles to get like further into the game and like the characters and stuff like that. But it was very, very cool. It was a very cool concept of a game. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I played the crap out of that second one.
I know that game had co-op as well.
It did, yeah. But
it had co-op.
Yeah, which was cool.
Power 2.
Yeah,
Disney,
yeah,
Epic Mickey Power 2. It had co-op. That was like his big thing.
yeah,
What I
yeah.
remember about Epic Mickey, the first one, was that when it was coming out, like when they were doing like, it was announcing and they were showing stuff off, people were really excited
Yeah.
about Disney Epic Mickey.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they were like, this is like the big Disney game we've been always hoping for.
Yeah.
It didn't end up landing it didn't stick the landing as well.
No.
But I remember people losing it for that game.
Yeah, 100%.
People were very pumped. I never played it. I don't even know if it came out on the PS3. It might have. It might have been a PS2 game. I remember people at E3 like years, decades ago or so. They were just like, "This, like, tell us more about it. We want to hear more." People were like, they wanted to know about this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
that's
what I remember most about it.
Oh yeah,
the hype for that game.
The hype for the game
was real
because it was something. There was something new and exciting, something different. It was something that's never been done before. But it was just so cool. And I feel like it was taken like. It didn't do so well, like with like review, like like
I did like okay. I remember.
The second one, I think it did okay as well. I mean, it didn't hit as hard as it wanted, but you know, they were still decent games. I enjoyed playing them. To be fair,
if the online co-op, I don't know if it had online co-op. If it does, maybe you and I should play that sometime.
Yes, that'd be dope.
If you get a PS3 on you, man, maybe you should go play it.
Absolutely, 100%. Gives me incentive.
That'd be a cool stream to do for your channel.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, man, hell yeah, absolutely. I've always been curious about playing it.
Yeah, it is insane.
Like a 3D platform Disney game. I'm like, Mickey game, and I'm like, yeah. I mean, 'cause I love 3D platformers. That's my bread and butter.
Yeah.
We need more. That's what we need more of those.
We do, yeah. There's very few and far between anymore, aren't there?
Yeah, it's just not a selling genre like it used to be.
No.
So unless you're Ratchet and Clank, like it's just not gonna.
Oh yeah. 100%.
And even then, Ratchet is not even really a platformer anymore. So
no, it's more like
it's just an action shooter.
Yeah. I feel like games go that way.
Spyro is probably the only one that's. Oh no, this Crash and Spyro, like the pure platformers.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they've redone Crash recently, did they not?
I don't want to talk about
it. Yeah, it didn't look great.
What have they done to my boy?
I know, honestly.
What have they done to my boy? I hope that Crash Rumble game dies. I hope it comes out and it just fails.
Oh, but
I hope it fails.
Speaking of games that didn't fail, and speaking of like games that did extremely well for Disney, I'm sure you've seen a lot of people play it. I know you haven't played it, but Malika, myself, a load of people started playing this game, and it's a life sim. It's Disney's version of Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley, that kind of life sim. And of course, talking about Disney Dreamlight Valley, like, I mean, from an outsider's perspective, who's not played it, what do you think about that game? Like, are you a fan of that genre, or?
It's impressive.
Yeah, it is. It is very, like, I've not played it for a while, but they've just finished a story for it, but it's just so pretty. It's just such a good game.
Yeah, it is impressive how that game is still not even a full release yet.
Oh yeah, it's still in beta. Yeah,
it's still not even fully released, and it is able to do as well as it's done so far.
Yeah.
My sister eats that game up.
Oh yeah.
Now, granted, given the whole aesthetic of the game, it's clear that it has more of a clear skewing towards women, and young girls and such.
Yeah.
And just with these, even the guys, they don't look like because I've seen your avatar, I've seen all the guys' avatars. It's like, could you done a little bit more with the guys? Like,
yeah.
But my sister absolutely, like, she's not a gamer.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put that right there. She's not a gamer. Okay, she liked playing the Barbie games as a little girl, and all that stuff. Like, and even then, she played like maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah,
she's not a gamer.
Yeah,
but she actively keeps up to date with Dreamlight Valley.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
she makes sure she knows when the next update's about to drop.
yeah,
And all, like she's acting like a real gamer
yeah,
with this game. Like she's getting sweaty palms. Like she's becoming a sweaty with this game. She is on this game, and I've never seen her be on top of a game
yeah,
ever than this one.
yeah.
And so it's fun.
It is
It's
insane.
fun
It
that
is insane.
it's actually drawn a lot of people. I'm assuming particularly women
Yeah,
who maybe not have played games or like casually,
yeah,
whatever,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they actually have a game that's like a real game,
Yeah, like they're
but
generally
also
excited for. Yeah,
them.
yeah,
Like it's not. I mean, yes, it's not going to be action packed and all these sophisticated features, but like
Yeah.
it's a real game,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
and it doesn't insult the player,
yeah.
and it like so for it actually is a game that women would want to play,
Mhm,
you know,
mhm.
like
Yeah,
if
yeah.
girls want to play and everything and all that stuff, and it's great because
Yeah.
we don't have enough. We don't have enough of that, and
Yeah, of course,
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just it's. Of course, it's no problem that the fellas are playing it too,
Yeah.
but it's just I just noticed that how it's impacted women in
Yeah.
particular
Oh yeah,
has
yeah,
been very positive,
yeah,
and so it's very impressive to see that. Now its live service elements remain to be seen.
yeah,
Since it's a game that's really for Disney fans,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, I rather just it's kind of like leave it to you guys to decide how you feel about it.
Yeah. I mean,
You guys will be the ones
I mean,
to yell or not.
yeah, I mean, I'm excited about the live. For me personally, like, I feel like if it's done right, like how Animal Crossing did it when that
Mhm.
first came out, you get to visit other people's villages, do like, the crops and things like that, help them out and stuff like that. If it's done right, it'll be fantastic. But if it's not kept up with and it's not like my thing is because it's still in beta, you still have to pay for it. I think until like the middle of this year.
Mm.
I think once because it's due to come out when it's due to like free to play after the beta. So I think I don't know how that's gonna work after that. With like obviously we've waited for all the updates and things like that, and we've waited for the story and everything. When it's available to the public like free to play, they're just gonna have like everything readily available for them because they don't have to wait for it. The only thing they'd probably have to wait for would be like the Star Pass, which is like your limited time events and things like that. But I mean, if it's done right for the public when it becomes free, I think it'll be quite successful, more so than like other games in that genre. Because I feel like Animal Crossing and games like that have kind of veered off a little bit. Disney Dreamlight is still going strong because it is being updated like regularly. I feel like games like that if they go stale, they're gonna get boring like really quickly. If they're kept up to date and kept fresh with new ideas, new like IPs being added and things like that from it all, I think it'll be really successful for everyone who wants to join it and whatnot. So we'll just see how it goes. I mean, I personally enjoy the game. I'm not playing it a while just because of like physically don't have the time to like sit down and play a game properly because it's one of those games where it's like you want to play it but you can't play it for like 20 minutes, half an hour. You need to set time because it is a time consuming game because it is all like you've got to do like the quest, you got to wait for the crops to grow, you got to do all this, that, and the other. There's a lot going into it. It's very time consuming. So it's it's not a game that you can be like, yeah, I can sit here for half an hour, 45 minutes and play this and do a lot in it where it's not like that.
I see.
Yeah, but I mean, like I say, we'll just see how it goes when it becomes with the online feature to come, and if it's done right and it's kept up to date like they are doing regularly and like now, then I think it'll be a fun game for everyone to join in and things like that.
David and I talk about live service, that model. We've talked about it many times.
Yeah, yeah.
And I personally I don't think in of itself that service is a problem. The issue is that no one has made a good enough game to back it up.
That is 100%, 100%.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
The devs thought they took that and they took that idea and that model, thinking that they could also get away with sending us a crappy game to base the model off of. Like it's either the game is broken at launch, or like it's, I mean, yeah, it's gonna not gonna be a full game, but like even what they do ship out to us is like unacceptable.
Yeah.
Or even if there are no really glaring issues, the gameplay is just not fun. Like the gameplay loop that it wants you to do just is it gets dull very quickly.
Yeah.
And so no one has put out a game that's been engaging enough to keep people want to keep people coming back over and over again as they continue to make it a more polished experience.
Yeah, of course.
Now
100%.
that's the issue. Now with Disney though, it's very different, because a lot of those fans, okay, you're gonna have a lot of the chunk of the Disney like people or players that are gonna be like my sister, like they love it, but they're not like full-blown Disney fans. They just love this game. It's pretty and it's fun and it's aesthetic, and they love seeing the princesses and stuff like that.
And right? It's nostalgic in a way for people. Like, oh yeah, look, I get to talk to Ariel and everything like that. And you
do also have now, but then you also have you guys, you and Malika, right? Yeah. The actual hardcore fans. That are playing this game, and they have a different level of expectations and wants and needs. And so it's like how much of that player base is being eaten up by both those camps of people. And then it's like, so they have to find that it is like you said, we'll have to wait and see. I'm hoping that they will find that balance.
That middle ground,
especially when they go free to play, because you want to be able to cater to everybody. But the thing is, you also, the issue with, and you guys you and Mickle kind of alluded to this, to be a Disney fan, it kind of goes with the territory that you got to be willing to put up some money. Right. And so Disney, especially the Disney adults, have been conditioned, and they almost are like willing to pocket with the front a lot of money to get what they want when it comes to Disney stuff. Right. And there's no doubt that whoever's developing this game knows that. So the issue is, I hope that they don't get too greedy with whatever microtransactions they throw into the game when it comes to play. So we're like, it still gives you Disney guys a chance to buy something a bit sooner than you want to. Especially if it's something really good, but it doesn't seem like it's taking advantage of you. Per se. Like, don't take advantage of my love, more like kind of a thing. Like, I love you, but don't take advantage of that. Like, and I will do anything for you, but do not take advantage of that. So it's kind of like that scenario. That I'm curious to see what happens, because again, I don't think the model in of itself is bad, but as long as that game is still engaging, the updates are still regular, they're still polishing it, and whatever microtransactions they throw in aren't too egregious, or too predatory for you guys, and it really seems like they're like they are gating literally the best things behind that paywall. Especially for the hardcore Disney fans. Because like, you might guys still might buy it, but you will be pissed that you're doing it. And so, like I said, I'm gonna wait and see what the fan base has to say, because that's who I'm curious to know. I can have my opinions, but like, I'm not playing this game. Nor do I really care, because I'm just not a Disney person. But I will be keeping my eyes on it. I like to keep my eyes pretty much on everything. Related. And but I also say though, it'd be interesting if this game is a runaway success for years, right? Like, let's say like a Fortnite or PUBG or even Warframe on PS4, PS5. And it goes on for years. I wonder what they'll do for updates, because there's only so many Disney IPs they have. There's only so many, unless then they start bringing in Pixar or Marvel or Star Wars, which maybe they've already have. I don't know. But there's only so many.
So they've got
so many.
So they've got Pixar in it already. They've got Wall-E. They've got Ratatouille, Toy Story.
Oh, Toy Story is in there.
What else have they got? And I feel like Monsters Inc. is due to come in at some point as well. Unless it's in already and I've missed it. But I hope that they bring like limited, like the Star Pass are a good option to get like like limited edition like the items and things like that. I hope that they, I mean, obviously it depends how they do it, but I hope they bring like limited edition characters from like older IPs. So like I think a good one would be like Tron, or you know, maybe some Disney park stuff, which would be cool because we started doing that in the game as well, I believe, as a star path. So like some Disney park stuff, like the Jungle Cruise would be cool, or like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That kind of stuff would be pretty cool, I think. Like all the older stuff that are not in the parks any longer. That would be, I think, would hit home with the fans and things like that. I mean, I'd eat it up, to be fair. Like,
yeah. But the point is that, like, I mean, they have a lot of stuff to last them a while.
Yeah,
but if this did last as long as
what happens after
what will
that?
they do after they expire all of that? Will they then bring in Marvel and Star Wars, or will they think of maybe just new things, or will they use the existing stuff that's already in there and like give you whole new stories, maybe like start combining the universes more, or the different like maybe mix Toy Story with Tron or something, right? Like maybe they'll find a new story within the game to give them a reason to mix both of them together, and then you go on a whole new adventure with them. Maybe that's what they'll have to do.
Yeah, I hope that one thing that they do. So the game, the way it works, you've got like your village, and then you've got like the character villages where you go to like their worlds and things like that, their realms, where you can like get the characters, bring them to your village. The one thing that they touched on it a little bit with like Ariel was on like a different part of like the village where you had to travel by boat. You had to like fix this boat up, and you travel by boat to get to Ariel to like bring it to your village. What I'm hoping is that they do stuff like that, and you can get to go to like, say, like a Marvel universe, because I don't think it'd fit well in a realm. I think it'd fit well as like a different island, or like a different part of the village that you don't get to go, like a Star Wars. Like if they do bring Star Wars into it, build a spaceship, go into like space or something like that.
Build a spaceship,
take off,
like Coruscant or something.
That's it. Or like I don't know, the Marvel one. You get to like, I don't know, you get invaded by like bad guys or something. I don't know who the bad guys are in Marvel. I don't watch Marvel movies, but like you get invaded by like Thanos or something. And then
honestly, I think a portal.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Like just out of nowhere, like maybe like a scientist in your village makes a portal.
Yeah.
And then activates it. But then like Doctor Strange comes through.
There you go. That's
and he's like, hey, we need you. Come with us. And you're like, oh, okay. In the Marvel universe. There you go. Congratulations.
There you go. That sounds dope. There you go.
You don't need to make it too complicated, but that's kind of my thoughts on it. Again, I think it's still very impressive that it's brought in a lot of people who don't usually play games into a game.
Oh yeah,
proper game,
100%.
It seems really fun for those who like that kind of thing, and so I think this is like the next big hit from Disney.
I think so. And
now I hope that they make Pure 2.
Yeah, that's same.
That's the next thing. Disney, get on it.
Disney to make Pure 2.
Or I want you to remaster Pure 1 so I can play it on my PS4.
Yeah.
Because EA won't give me SSX, so I need you to give me Pure.
And with that demand, I think we're gonna leave that here. Coming up to just about an hour and a half now, so I think it's a good place. I think it's a good place as any to end the podcast. A huge thank you to RJ for joining me and having a conversation down the gaming industry of Disney. It's been a rocky road for them, but I think they've had some hits, they've had some fails, but overall it's been a good chat with you. I appreciate you coming on to the podcast. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you again soon.
Of course, man. It's been a good time. It's been. I mean, I always wondered how long it would take for me to be on someone else's podcast, given how many I do, and I have my fair share of guests myself.
Oh yeah.
So I've been wondering how long it was going to take for me to be on the other end.
Oh yeah.
But I'm glad the first time it was with my man Zach over here.
Yeah. How did it feel to be? How did it feel to be a guest?
Good.
Yeah.
Good, man. Yeah, it's a good time. Nice, I don't mind. I'll do it again. If you need me as a backup for anything, you call me.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just start complaining about not having Peter 2 all over again.
100%,
and
100%.
and telling them to bring back all their good games and make a Disney Extreme Skateboarding Adventure number 2.
But only using Tony Hawk's engine, because Tony Hawk's 4 engine, because any actually American Wasteland engine, because anything after that was a bit shit.
Well, then the remake has been fantastic.
So I've not played any of the remakes.
If they use the remake engine,
yeah.
Even
better.
Oh man, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm like, this is the best. This is the coolest thing. And even if they made that live service like Dreamlight Valley, I buy it. I get it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Give me that. Give me that game.
Absolutely.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
Yeah, thank you so much, RJ, and thank you to everyone who has watched. Yeah, I'll catch you all next time for a brand new episode. Until then, much love, stay classy, stay magical.
Guys.
Bye. Alrighty, there we go. Bum bum bum. Let's close.